let's talk about going into this new season. Top 5 European leagues. Who are your favorite top 5? Like in each of the top European leagues. Who are your top 5 favorites?
Okay.
In ascending order.
Okay, in ascending order.
Descending.
In descending order.
Let's go descending.
Okay, so
let's start with Serie A.
Let's start with the Italian Serie A.
Okay.
I mean, I give it to Inter Milan to be able to win it this time because there is squad depth and stability. They haven't sold most of the players who won the Serie A last season, and they still retain their coach of Romanian descent, Chivo.
Okay.
So he has also some new signings that will help spice up the squad a little bit. So I expect them to win, followed closely by Napoli, even though Antonio Conte left last season.
And they were strong contenders.
Yes, they were strong contenders. They came second, actually. So I expect them to also mount some kind of, because they made a couple of signings that shows that they are intentional about making some good
keeping competition.
Yes, of course. And then the third on that list would be AC Milan for me. You know,
you're taking what of their new coach, this Amore. You don't think he's going to put up a good fight in that league?
That's why I left him at third. They've made also some good signings. They are shipping out some deadwoods like Tomori, and I hear Rafael Leao is in the market. I also hear that
for AC Milan.
For AC Milan, yes.
Okay.
I also hear that this former forward that used to play for Chelsea is also in the market, Christopher Nkuku. So yes, they are intentional also going into this new season. They want to make quite an impression. Closely followed by Juventus.
The old ladies.
The old lady, yes, the old lady from Turin. So, but my take is that from their preseason games, they are strong defensively.
I haven't really watched them this season.
They are quite strong defensively, and that is something that works for any team that has to win a title. It is strong defenses that win the title. Attack win games, but strong defenses win title.
I think I agree with you because Amorim and his rigid system of football cannot do anything good in this year going forward. I think Inter Milan has more squad depth in this year.
And experienced heads as well. So, and then the fifth is Roma. AS Roma.
AS Roma, yeah, yes. True.
AS Roma. They are being coached by a former coach of Atalanta, so we expect he joined them.
Have they made any signings this season? I've not been following them.
The most important thing is to retain their star players like Pellegrini, the Italian
talking about
forward.
Como.
Como
did a good job last season.
Como did a good job last season, but why I haven't listed them this season is that they play in the Champions League.
Okay.
So, and that would exert them a lot. Even though a lot of these teams in Europe manage their teams playing in Europe better than the English Premiership, they adjust and make their schedule a little bit more flexible.
So you don't think Fabregas can do some magic?
No, I don't think so.
But I feel Como is going to finish top 4 this season. If I've not really checked, but if they can provide bit of quality players, and if Como did not sell most of the guys they used last season, I think they are going to.
They've made a few signings. They signed Trevor Chalobah, an experienced defender from Chelsea, for 30 million euros. So that's a plus. They made a couple of other signings. I even hear there are rumors that they also want to sign Liam Delap from Chelsea. So if they can strengthen and increase their squad depth, yes, they can make some inroads into the top 5.
In my opinion, I think it's going to be Inter Milan for the league, Napoli second, Como third, Juventus fourth, then Roma can come next.
So you ruled out.
No.
I think
Amorim
I think you're judging Ruben Amorim from his time in Manchester United.
He's playing the same, rigid football that he was doing in Manchester United.
Well, but it brought him success in Sporting Lisbon. So
that's a Sporting Lisbon. You can't compare the league.
Well, let's see how it turns out.
All right.
Let's see how it turns out.
So let's talk about, of course, Bundesliga. Normal now.
Yeah, Bundesliga this season is Bayern Munich.
For sure. There's no
Vincent Kompany as the manager.
It's good.
But I think that this time Dortmund is going to mount real pressure.
No matter the pressure, I feel like
Dortmund has made some good signings. Also Leipzig.
Yeah,
Leipzig.
These guys they are all good, but I don't think they can compete with Bayern Munich. The kind of squad depth, standard gameplay. No.
So over the years watching football in the Bundesliga, those years when Bayern Munich didn't win it, is about motivation. Players who have won it on and on and on, the manager needs to find a way to keep them motivated to think that lifting the Bundesliga is something to fight for. We all know that modern football now is not just about skills or squad, but about who wants it the most.
But I think squad depth is also good players.
Of course,
play.
Squad depth is good so that if any player becomes like a Desica, you can pull them out and put someone who is much more hungry. But you need to keep the squad motivated to think that it's a big deal to win the Bundesliga that they have won again and again. Only disrupted recently by the win of Alonso while he was still in Bayer Leverkusen. He has now moved on to Real Madrid, and from Real Madrid he's in Chelsea.
And most of these teams in the Bundesliga, they've all sold, most of them have sold, like Leipzig, like you said, have sold some of their quality players that they use. So I don't see anybody competing with Bayern Munich.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. Bayern Munich top one will come up top. Second for me is Dortmund. Third is Leipzig. Fourth for me, Bayer Leverkusen. And a big shout out to Eintracht Frankfurt as well.
Frankfurt, they started well last season, but
consistency.
They don't have
that is also down to squad depth. So when you get injury here and there, and they were also playing, I'm not sure whether it was a Europa Conference League or the Europa League.
Okay.
So that also affected them. When teams play on Thursday and have to play over the weekend, it becomes a problem, sort of.
Tired legs and all
that. Tired legs, absolutely.
Okay. So what do you think about the almighty Spanish league?
The La Liga. The Spanish La Liga is an interesting one. But I give it to Barcelona. I mean,
no.
Flick has been there. He has been there. So there's stability.
Of course.
There's stability. Yes. And they have made some smart signing. The only problem I think I have with this transfer window, I have with Barcelona with regards to this transfer window, there's the fact that they've spent a lot of time chasing Julian Alvarez, and they should have read the room and know that Atletico Madrid doesn't want to sell. And now they are running out of time to find an alternative because they lost Lewandowski. They don't have an out-and-out striker. Ferran Torres has gone to PSG. So
why don't they go for Victor Osimhen?
I don't think if you watch how that Catalan club plays, Osimhen doesn't suit the way they play. Osimhen is an out-and-out striker. The strikers in Barcelona have to come deep, play.
Osimhen comes deep now.
Yes, he comes deep, but he
comes deep.
And then those crosses doesn't come too often. He uses his head most of the time. So they don't do those crosses. They just want to walk the ball in and so on. So I do not see Osimhen as the Barcelona profile striker. He doesn't have the profile of a typical striker
for Barcelona.
Yes.
So you think Julian Alvarez would have been a better?
Of course, comes into play. They don't do those crosses. Julian Alvarez is not that tall, So
reports also says that Barcelona are making move for this player that replaced Gyökeres in Sporting Lisbon. Is it Sanchez or Santos, something like that? that guy, what's his name now? The guy that replaced Eucharist in Sporting CP. You know, Eucharist came from Sporting CP. There's this guy they used in replacing him, something Sanchez or so. I saw that recently.
I haven't seen that in the news.
But if Barcelona doesn't get a quality striker going into this
season, it could be a problem.
Madrid is going to carry that league, and I see Mourinho, the kind of discipline and
Mourinho is always about winning. I mean, I'm sure you must have watched the Mourinho documentary on Netflix. It's about winning. He knows how to win. It doesn't matter.
The only problem with Mourinho is his defensive. He's a defensive-minded, coach more than gameplay.
How do you?
He's more.
How do you? He adapts his game to his squad. This is a man who won 100 points in order to win the La Liga, while Pep Guardiola was still the coach of Barcelona. So. And he scored a lot of goals, although, he had the iconic Cristiano Ronaldo in his team and Karim Benzema and
a lot
of them in that team. So, but he adapts his team. So he wouldn't take a team that has Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius, and start defending.
Your Monday now from the front.
Of course, your Monday is there. And you have, and they just signed Dumfries from Inter Milan, who is a right back that can also play as a wing back. So he keeps galloping that right wing, throwing in the crosses. So you expect a lot of goals from Real Madrid. So I don't think he's going to play defensive.
If Rodri should go to Barcelona, it might be a problem for Real Madrid going forward. But I wish they had gotten Rodri. Rodri would have added a lot of stability in that Real Madrid midfield. Do you think Madrid's midfield can be able to withstand?
Real Madrid wanted Rodri. Rodri preferred to move to Barcelona. So when a player's mind is made up, there's nothing you can do about it. So it's up to Barcelona to be able to meet the demands of Man City to make that signing. But it's out of Madrid's hand now.
Okay. So what's your top 5 things?
Okay, so like I said, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Number 3 is Atletico Madrid. Number 4, Villarreal. I mean, they came third last season. I see Atletico Madrid doing better now. They have Ademola Lookman, right? So the team is more stable this time.
Lookman is back too.
And then if Diego Simeone can get Julian Alvarez to calm down and stay focused, yes. I mean, to say they would come third is a modest prediction. 4th is Villarreal, and then 5th is Real Betis. Manuel Pellegrini, the coach, has been there for 3 or 4 seasons now, so there's stability in the squad, and they haven't done a lot of sales, so the squad is stable.
Well, in my opinion, I think Madrid is going to do better this season. So they cannot afford to go 2 seasons trophyless. So I'll give it to Madrid this season. Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, Villarreal. I think Sevilla is also going to do very good this season.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Sevilla 5th position.
You give Sevilla
5th
position. So you're removing Real Betis.
No, there's no consistency in that.
They have Isco, they have Anthony, they have some other good midfielders. They have a very strong defense as well. So yeah, those are my top 5.
Okay, now let's talk about the most competitive league in the world. Of course, the English Premier League. So, what's your opinion? What do you think?
The English Premiership is the English Premier League is it's dynamic, as we all know. That is what makes it interesting. Very hard to predict. But we expect that Arsenal, with the squad depth, the experience they've garnered, a very stable defense, and the coach who has been there for over half a decade now.
That's six.
Yes, over half a decade. Yeah. So is someone who would know what strings to pull to win the league. His teams has evolved. Last time they used a lot of set pieces and all of those dark tactics that they use. But we expect that they would win the league this this season as well.
That's your opinion.
Arsenal. So
please don't put Chelsea.
Number two, I expect.
Please don't put Chelsea.
Number two, I expect Manchester United because Michael Carrick has been there. I would have said Liverpool, but the problem is the new coach of Liverpool plays expansive football, and I watched them during the preseason.
Liverpool has not been impressive.
They start very well, but you need a lot of oxygen in your lungs to play the kind of game Iraola, the coach of Liverpool, plays. So it will take the players some time to be able to adapt fully. Yes, and I hear that they are also planning to sell Cody Gakpo to Tottenham, and that would further deplete their squad.
I remember, but do you think that transfer is going to go? Who would replace Gakpo in that
position? And Mohamed Salah left. I'm not sure.
There's replacement for him already. Is there replacement for him?
I'm not sure. So those are the issues with Liverpool. That is why I placed Manchester United ahead of them. In third place, Manchester City, because there's a team that knows how to win. And we see that Enzo Maresca is the coach that just came into Chelsea with a lot of young lads and came fourth in the league. So Manchester City can do third. I am saying they will do third because if they sell Rodri, we saw how Manchester City struggled while he was injured last season. Under Pep Guardiola.
Rodri is an injury-prone.
So I don't even think chasing Enzo Fernandez, which of course can no longer happen this season again, because Chelsea set the deadline for yesterday. So they didn't pay up the £120 million that Chelsea was asking for. So that in itself is the reason why I think they cannot do second. It will take them time to realize how depleted that midfield or how important Rodri is. Then fourth, I think Chelsea will come fourth.
I knew you were going to do this. So why? Chelsea cannot finish fourth.
So I will tell you why Chelsea would come fourth. Chelsea has the advantage of not playing in Europe. So Xabi Alonso has an opportunity to transfer his ideas on the training ground, unlike other teams that would be junketing Europe and the Premiership, Premier League.
Joao Pedro,
Joao Pedro. You see, the squad has that, especially the midfield. Apart from Arsenal, when you look at Chelsea's midfield, you've got to respect a midfield that has Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Jordan Henderson.
Manchester United have a better midfield currently than Chelsea.
Apart from Fernandez,
Tielemans. You are forgetting Tielemans is there. Andre Santos is also
Andre Santos left Chelsea because he told himself the truth that he couldn't upend Caicedo and
so you don't think there's room for improvement for him to meet up to do standard playing consistently?
Well, while he's trying to catch up, there are people who are already there. So I think Chelsea will do fourth because they're only playing once a week, except when the cup games begin, the Carabao and the English FA Cup begins then. And they have a lot of quality players. In fact, I think that the problem they would have is being able to keep every player happy while they don't, a lot of games don't come by.
Okay.
Yeah. So then fifth, of course, would be Liverpool.
That you're neglecting Tottenham. Tottenham has made good signings this season. So far, they've made
good signings, but that's just about it.
That's just about it. I disagree totally. So, in my opinion, being a Manchester United fan, watching what Michael Carrick has been cooking in this new season, I just feel like if Man can sign one or two more quality players, we are winning the league this year. So Manchester United won, we're winning the league. Arsenal second. I give it to Manchester City third. Tottenham fourth. Liverpool fifth. Chelsea is not making top five this season. Chelsea cannot make top five. They don't have what it takes. I've been watching Chelsea in this preseason. Although you can't judge preseason, but
it's easier.
I don't see Chelsea.
It's easier for me to place a bet on Manchester not winning the league.
Manchester United.
Yes. It's easier for me to place a bet on them not winning the league.
Okay.
Because they will be playing in Europe. Arsenal played in Europe and won the league, so they knew what it takes.
We've done it before now. We've done these things before, back to back.
Yes, you've done it before. During the days of Alex Ferguson.
We've done it, so we can.
They have to learn the rope.
Carrick has brought back Man U to its glory days. People are going to see. In fact, this season, I think we're also winning the Champions League. It might sound funny, but you will see it.
Well,
we're winning the Champions League.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
The Premier League this season.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Which other league are we not talking?
France is the fifth
French
one.
League, that's normal now.
French League.
PSG is always dominating.
Yes,
I don't see anybody,
PSG, AS Monaco, number 2. Lens did well last season. Lens.
I thought they sold most of their players too. They didn't sell.
Yeah, Lens. And then we expect that Lille, you mentioned Lille, would come forth. I think also there is a huge shout from Olympique Marseille.
Yeah, Marseille did well last season. But consistency was their problem.
I think the problem was that they sold Desabi. So towards they let Desabi leave. Let me not say sell. They let him leave, and that's kind of truncated their season. So
anyway, I agree with you on that. Especially PSG, their squad depth is too much. They even have to reserve certain players, which is what people have been complaining. They have to reserve certain players for Champions League, which is why they've been consistent. But anyway, let's see how it goes, and at the end of the season, we'll know.
Yeah.